On Thanksgiving now. What are your feelings about shopping starting earlier and earlier each year? Rebecca.
Oh.
Come on down. Thank you.
All right, so my thoughts on shopping earlier and earlier every year are a little loaded because it's not a very actually it is very hedonic to some people, this instant gratification of shopping, whether for themselves or for other people. And personally, I was in REI the other week getting a Hydro Flask for one of my friends. I just noticed Martin's Hydro Flask, so I thought I would point it out. And they have this really great campaign of get outside on the day after Thanksgiving. I saw that in California they actually offer free passes to the national parks on the day after Thanksgiving. So for anyone who might be interested in going outdoors this weekend, taking a little vacation getaway, check out the national parks. I think people are already overspending, and when I look at some of the presents that people are buying on those days for other people, it's kind of junk in some sense. When you look at, the holiday festive kind of stuff that gets tossed out anyway the day after Christmas, or right before the New Year, I just think that we are too materialistic in general. So I'm not in favor of the earlier and earlier shopping times.
Thank you. All right. I'm not a fan either. My sister worked at Macy's and left Thanksgiving dinner to go to work. So I thought that was probably not a good pattern that should carry on. All right, the next question. Tickle Me Elmo was a huge hit years ago. It's not anymore. But what do you think? What item carries the same kind of hype? Doug.
Like I got it.
Hello, Toastmasters. One thing you'll know over time, hedonism does not go out of fashion. Why? Why? Because there's a lot of people that are in it for you-know-who. It's all about me. I'm not personally that way. I'm more of it's about you. But when you look at the other side of the coin, the flip side, what's important? Making me feel good, making me look good, making me appear upper crusty and fashionable. Well, the fact of the matter is that all that means exactly this much to me, because what's important is my tribe. The people we hang with are what's important, because when someone reflects to you a good attribute, you think, oh, I can reflect that back to someone else. We learn from our peeps. And whether it's a good or a bad example, it doesn't matter. I read something recently that I'll share with you that tickled me, Elmo. It did. I will greet this day. I will greet this day with love. And when I meet someone, I will think of something nice, like the divine in me honors and praises the divine in you. And if you do that, you obviously don't do it out loud, but if you do that, people will get it. They'll go, you're liking me. You like me. I feel it. I don't understand it, but I feel it. So, tickle me, Elmo.
Namaste, Doug. Namaste. Thank you. Who says it has to be something you have to buy in the store? I like that. Okay. What was your proudest purchase? The best deal you've ever gotten in a store? Aaron. You're welcome.
I wouldn't consider myself a very hedonistic guy. I am always able to separate my pleasures from the things that I need. And typically, I look at things long term. In any situation, what thing could I get that would satisfy me in any given situation, whether I'm happy, sad, or whatever, hence my survival interest, we'll say. However, this changed when I was in Singapore. Singapore, they have some pretty good things, and I like technology. And this past December, for some reason, I just wanted a projector really badly. And I had been looking for a projector. However, these type of projectors, the Epsons and the big ones, they're very expensive. And even on a Black Friday, well, probably because the manufacturers are hedonists and they like money, so they don't want me to project for the low. However, in Singapore, they do. I went to this store and I saw it, I swear. And as soon as I saw it, I knew it was for me. And I knew I had to have it. I didn't want to care how much it cost, but it only cost $70. Now, yeah, it cost $70. It has, you can plug in an HDMI cable, a USB port. It has the little thing for the memory card. It opens up to almost about this big if I wanted to, but I like it typically around here. And I got it and I had to have it. Now, I originally was deciding on if I was going to get that the first day or if I was going to get the belts I wanted the first day with the nice leather. I decided on the projector. And then the day after that, I did get the belts. So I was thinking or acting a little hedonically, but sometimes that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Aaron. We should all take a trip to Singapore one day. Okay.
Belts and projectors.
Belts and projectors made in Singapore. All right, for my last question, I'm an avid online shopper. Some people still like going into the stores. Do you prefer online shopping or do you still like to go inside the stores? Diane.
Online shopping or in-store shopping, I can't really pick one over the other because I like both. I think it depends on what I'm going to buy. So if I'm going to buy clothes, clothes and shoes, I definitely have to buy that in-store because I need to try it on. Because a size small in a certain brand, even within that brand, depending on the style, it may not fit like a small. And so if I order it online, I have to wait to receive it, which I'm very impatient, so I don't like waiting. So once I receive it and I try it on, if it doesn't fit, then I have to drive out to the store anyway to return it. And if I don't drive to the store, then I have to drive to a UPS to drop it off to return it anyway. So I have to go to a store at some point. So for me, if I'm going to buy clothes or shoes, anything that I need to, that's going to be on my person, I like to do that in store. Online items, I like to, this sounds really weird, but I like to buy detergent and other home goods because growing up, my family didn't celebrate holidays. So when I buy stuff like that online and the package comes, for me it's like, oh my gosh, what's in this? Like I ordered so much stuff, like I don't even know. Is this my shampoo or my laundry detergent? So I like to buy stuff like that. I like to buy stuff like that online. So I can't really choose between online or in person. It just really depends on what I'm buying.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. That resonated with me. I do a lot of Amazon shopping. I come home, a gift for me? And then it's for my neighbor in apartment B, and I'm like, okay. Well, that was some great responses that we got. I think what you all can take away is stay at home on Thanksgiving. Don't start the shopping early. Go online to buy your Tickle Me Elmo doll in Singapore.
Yes.
I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving, and I'm going to welcome back our Toastmaster, Martin Galecki.
Thank you. That was some great